Once upon a time, in a small village next to amid rolling hills, there lived a man named Ravi. Ravi was infamous throughout the village for his hot temper and quick anger. Every inconvenience seemed to set him off, and his furious outbursts were a common occurrence. The villagers had grown accustomed to his irritable nature and often avoided him to prevent sparking his anger. One sunny morning, as Ravi walked through the village square, he noticed a serene figure dressed in flowing robes, surrounded by a sense of tranquility. It was the wise monk who had come to visit the village. Enthused and desperate for a change, Ravi approached the monk with a glimmer of hope in his eyes. "I have heard that you possess great wisdom," Ravi said, his voice filled with longing. "I am tired of my anger, and it has caused me much pain. Can you guide me towards a solution?" The monk looked at Ravi with compassion, recognizing the sincerity in his words. "Of course, my dear friend," the monk replied gently. "I have a story that holds a powerful lesson about anger. Listen closely, and its wisdom may bring you the change you seek." Ravi eagerly sat down in front of the monk, his eyes fixed on the wise figure before him. The monk began to speak, his voice certain and filled with wisdom. One night, after closing time, a snake found its way inside a home improvement store. As the snake slithered around, it accidentally clipped itself on a handsaw lying on the ground. Thinking the saw was a threat, the snake instantly snapped around and bit the saw. However, this only caused more damage, as the snake ended up cutting the inside of its mouth. Not understanding what was happening and thinking the saw was an enemy, the snake wrapped its long body around the saw, attempting to suffocate it, but in its blind anger, the snake didn't do any damage to the saw. Instead, it ended up being killed by the sharp blade of the saw. The snake met its demise through its own anger and its overreaction to something it believed was out to get it. Ravi listened instantly, his heart swelled with hope. He realized the story held the answer he had been desperately searching for. So, my dear friends, you see, in life, anger is a fire within us, capable of destroying or igniting greatness. Harness its energy wisely. Pause before reacting, for in that space lies freedom. Seek understanding, not revenge. Transform anger into the fuel for positive change. Choose forgiveness, for it is free, both for the giver and the receiver. Rise above anger and embrace peace. Thanks for watching. Remain blessed. Please subscribe.